Okay, so while I'm obviously waiting for the apex to get fixed, well, all my electrical plans are kind of shot, so so what ended up happening was, this is my M1, and what I had planned to do was to use this guy, and in the turmoil somehow of, I don't know, overly excited and getting this guy set up, I misplaced or lost, I don't know, I didn't really lose it, it must be in the house someplace, the power adapter for this guy. So that is awful, and it's literally $75 to replace off Ecotech's website, and it's also like $20 shipping. So I'm still looking for it. In the meantime, in the background here, you can't really see it, is my default backup CADLIGHTS pump, return pump that came with the system. So I'm using that right now because I figured I already filled up the tank and I didn't want, you know, this stuff just kind of sitting here. So I kind of wanted to either, I guess, do a mini cycle or at least practice getting this thing dialed in and figuring one thing. Okay, for noobs, what I didn't know is that guy makes noise. Literally, water coming from this guy down makes a ton of noise. Now, this is I'm inexperienced, so I'm gonna try. What I did is I actually stuck an elbow in here. I slipped an elbow on there, and then I dialed it in here so that it's balanced. Let me show you guys. I don't have my lights. So the water is just above the elbow of this Dursa right here, okay? So that's where the water level resides. And I have this guy slightly curved up. So I'm hoping there's not gonna be a siphoning happening here. It's like right above there, so can't really go down too far. And that seems to have quieted that guy down, which is awesome. So definitely get one of these gate valves. This is like a Spears gate valve. Definitely worth the money. And all 45-degree elbows helped. And then something here, either the elbow being there, so it's kind of splashing against the filter sock. My guess though is that I read somewhere that maybe I could put an extension so actually it goes into the water, but that seems weird to me. I mean, would that let it flow? I guess it would. I'll have to try that. Anyways, so what I'm doing right now actually is, well, since I got salt water in here, I'm gonna go ahead and I had picked up one of these smart auto top-offs. It's a really cool unit. It's really small. Tested it a couple of times. It works really fast. So it's got the tiny little, here's like the CADLIGHTS auto top-off. It's pretty tiny. It's like kind of like the Red Sea Reefer, kind of a similar construction. There's a tiny little pump inside there. The water goes down this tube, and there's like, you see it attached by a magnet right above there. So you got about kind of right above the water there. So maybe I should lift that up a little bit. I'm gonna try and do that by not. Okay. Let's see. All right, that's pretty good. At least there should be okay. So I was gonna take this guy out, but I'll leave him there for right now. Hopefully I won't get the pump. I'll find. I'm still looking for it. I might order it tomorrow. It's just really weird. I just lost it. Anyway, here's a refugium. What I did is I went ahead and set up a refugium. In these two areas of the CADLIGHTS sump. So there's some egg crate here that came with the sump. And it looks like maybe more egg crate can fit here. I'm assuming this is probably for media, like media balls, or what I did, I just piled the rest of my rock that I had left over, and I broke it apart a little bit, and I figured, you know what, that'd be a great place for macroalgae. This would be a great place for macroalgae. I put sand in here, so little copepods and bristleworms and all the filtering guys can live down here. And it's a good 8 inches, 8.5 inches of water. So macroalgae and this light, but I don't have anything right now, so I haven't even started cycling the tank, to be honest. I have some bacteria and bacteria food that I haven't started yet. I wanted to get this situated, and of course the apex. Also, the NYOS 160 is pretty cool. I didn't really do much to it. Slightly dialed it in. It's already kind of, I mean, it's wet skimming right now, but that's because, you know, it's just all the crud from the rocks. And it's working pretty good. This filled up pretty fast because, you know, everything's been going haywire, so it kind of overflowed. So I was going to try and, like, I've had this tube, and we connect it, put it inside this dude here for right now. But what's nice about the NYOS is that it literally requires 8 inches of water. So I got about 8.5 right now. So that gives me a lot of nice water for this, and you know, for the refugium. So I'm kind of pleased on that. It's the 160. I haven't had any issues with it. Literally, there's a heater back there. Really cool. Not much fiddling with it. So I'm happy with that purchase. I got two. There's an MP10 there, and there's an MP10 here shooting this way. You can't see it really. And then this light, which I'm not going to turn on just yet. And of course, the damaged apex. You can see all the guts all hanging out of this guy. So, gotta get all this situated. Anyways, so that's what I'm doing right now. Just situating the auto top off. I'm gonna fill that guy up a little bit more, and hopefully look for that power supply, plug him in, and then start a true cycling. Yeah. Okay, so there's my 10-minute update. Have a good night, everyone.